One of my favorite economic dilemmas is the prisoner's dilemma, or the tragedy of the commons. And earlier today, I realized that there were two more examples that I could think of off the top of my head that I experienced. When I was traveling in Warsaw about a month ago now, I stayed in a hotel not far from where this cathedral was. I'm not sure of the name. I actually went there to see a movie, but I'm not sure about what the name of that cathedral was. And one of the problems I had every day was when I got up and I went out to take a walk and to kind of see downtown Warsaw, among other things, was that it was very hard to find a bathroom. And I would have to walk back to my hotel to use the bathroom and then head out again. So I was limited to a radius of however long my bladder could hold out, centered at where my hotel was. This went on for a few days, and finally one day I bit the bullet and I just urinated on the side of the road. I didn't get caught, which is a good thing. I don't know what happens when you get in trouble with the law in a foreign country. But it made me realize they're losing a lot of tourism because they don't have any bathrooms to use. You have to go back to your hotel and they miss out on the tourism. But then I realized the reason it happens that way is because everybody wants somebody else to foot the bathroom bill. You know, they want to get the tourism of having the bathrooms, but they want somebody else to foot the bill. And when every business in Warsaw is doing that, nobody foots the bill. That's the problem. So I was thinking about this and how they could come up with a solution, but I couldn't really think of much. So apparently that's how it stands as it is today. Maybe in the future we could have more automation. If the bathrooms are cleaned by robots, the cost will probably go down a lot. If the cost of water is cheaper, it probably will go down a lot. I mean, there are a lot of ways that automation might change that. Okay, the other example I could think of, and this one is kind of selfish of me, I wouldn't do this today. 6 years ago, when I was working on my PhD, I had to travel to give a bunch of talks. And I'm not sure if it's still the way it works, but back then, I would pay the traveling expenses on my own personal credit card, and then I would get reimbursed. And I was getting a lot of credit card rewards. So some of them gave 3%. It was usually 1%, but sometimes they give you 3% for travel, or depending on what you're buying, for plane tickets, for gas, or whatnot. And I kind of had a habit of maximizing how much I would use on my trip, even if I didn't need to. See, if I saw two identical flights and one was $50 more, I might have picked that one because I would get more credit card rewards. Or if I were driving a rental car, you know, at my destination, I might drive more aggressively, even if I don't have to. You know, I jam on the brakes a little bit more than I have to because it's somebody else's car. You know, I'm not paying for that damage. You know, or I'll turn on the AC a little bit higher than I really comfortably need it to be, just to waste gas, so I can get a few more reward points, and make myself and everybody in the car uncomfortable. Maybe open the windows and turn on the AC, or I just eat a bunch of stuff I really didn't need, which is good because I would gain a lot of weight during the conferences, and then I come home and then I would lose it back and save the money while I'm trying to lose the weight, you know, because I used to have a very tight food budget. Today I have too much to eat, but it was a little different 6 years ago. You go back to my video 6 years ago to see what I look like. It's a tragedy of the commons. The problem is I do this, everybody does it. It takes away money from our research anyway, you know. But on a competitive level, what they should have done was, we'll give you $2,000 for this trip, you handle it. You can keep the extra, you know, or if you want to spend more, you can come up with it. It's a little bit of a political issue there, but that would be the most efficient way to handle it. Anyways, thanks for watching.